So when you park the bus, there's a fair old walk along here. Must be, I think, quarter to half a mile before you get to the main. And you can see by the people pouring along here that it's going to be a busy place. So this is the way in. It's not too bad actually, it's quite well controlled, and people are going through very, very quickly. And then you have to go through security at this point. No cigarette lighters, so if you've got a cigarette lighter then you have to hand it in. And that is the way in to the Terracota Warriors over there. A never-ending stream of people pouring in. Very, very popular. So it's divided into 5, and this first one is the one with the Terracota Warriors in the pits. There are about 5,000 of them. And here's an immaculate soldier standing guarding it all. We're inside where the Terracota Warriors are. And good luck! It's absolutely packed. So you have to sort of wait till somebody moves away before you can see them. Well, I've managed to get myself to the front. It's a hell of a struggle. But here we are. And there you can see the thousands and thousands of these Terracota Warriors. Hordes of people over there. Unfortunately, there's a rail in front of you, so you cannot really get to the front. These warriors have been renovated, the ones at the front. As they go back, you can see they're in many, many pieces. It takes about a month to renovate one of these warriors from the bits left behind. But it is an amazing place. And as there are fewer people on the left-hand side, then I think that's probably the way to go. And every single one is different. They haven't managed to find 2 that look alike. The actual tomb of the first emperor is about 1.5 kilometers away. This is nowhere near his tomb. It was discovered by a farmer in the 1970s when he was digging a well. And now it's just enormous.
斜坡门道，也就是说呢，那相当于一个入口，从那里呢就进入到咱们的兵马俑道啊。我们说这是盖房子，所以那叫入口。1号你看见没？1号看，1号你看见没？这就是当年老杨打井勘探发现兵马俑的地方。我们
Here you can see the places which haven't yet been uncovered.
它的雕工，你看啊，你看这个进出的这个，它那个发饰里边还有1条雕工，每一个。
The ones in the middle face east, because that's where the enemies came from. But the ones on the edge here face outwards. And the ones on the edge carried crossbows. Very few weapons have been found. Every one of these held a real weapon, but very few weapons have been found because they were stolen by invaders during the second emperor's rule. So you can see this man here tell by his hand that he held a spear, which has since been taken away by invaders. The whole thing is more than 2,000 years old, so this whole thing was here before the birth of Jesus Christ, which is quite phenomenal when you think about it. This man, I can pick him out. You can tell by his thumb there. He held a crossbow. See there, by his hand. This man held a sword. And they were the three main weapons: the sword, the spear, and the crossbow. And the shape of the hand, or the position of the hand, tells you where it was. It seems strange that it's his left hand. When the warriors were all in place, they built these walls in between the lines. They're actually arranged in battle formation, exactly as they would have been if they were fighting a real battle. And then they put these walls in place, put timbers across, and it did in fact have a roof on, which they then covered with earth and grass, so that they were secret. Nobody knew about them. They weren't even mentioned in the books at the time, although everything was known about the tomb of the warrior, of the emperor, which I say is 1.5 kilometers from here, which was 100 meters high. It's a massive thing, but they haven't uncovered it. It remains, what's inside there remains a secret. But close by they have found all the chariots and horses of the chariots, which have been brought here, and later on we will have a look at them. They're in a different building. So it's absolutely wonderful, wonderful to be here, tremendous, despite the bedlam in here. I don't know, there must be 5,000 people in here, all fighting for a place at the front. I've now worked my way around to the other side. It's no different. It's just... But again, you can see here on the edge, the warriors facing outside, outwards, with their thumb up, because they were all crossbow warriors. And there you get a good example of the spear holder in the front and the crossbow holder behind. That's just tremendous. Different headdresses and again across there in this huge building. And here you get a better example of how they were found. In these trenches with lots of different bits and pieces, and they've been working ever since to put them all together. And it takes a long time, as you can imagine. And here you can see a bit more of the basic structure, how there are little pillars, but you also notice black. This is where the later invaders came and tried to set fire to it when they removed, after they'd removed the weapons. So you've got this burnt wood, which you can see there. Here you can see some of the horses. They're actually life-size, these horses. But they're quite small. But they're all to the same design. We'll see more of them later, I think, when we get to the chariot. So this is what they call the hospital for the warriors, and you can see there that they've got arms missing, heads missing, holes in the tunic, and they're all gradually being repaired. It's a tremendous task. It will take a long, long time to do. It's fabulous to see. Well, this is pit number 2, and you can see the roof on the top, which is sagging in, and of course in many places has collapsed. And so here's an archer, and these have been dug out of the ground just on one. They haven't, the rest of them are still in situ, haven't yet been excavated. And you can see that even the soles of his shoes still retain the tread pattern. I'll wait till somebody flashes, you'll get to see it. That's such a noisy look. The armour is different in many cases. Some is made of metal, some is made of leather, some is made of bamboo, and some is made of jade, would you believe? So this chap is very senior. Probably about 40, and he's probably a general. And if you look at his hands, you can see that they have been resting on a sword, which you can probably see later. And the ribbons are a sign of his rank. Back end, we'll see the front in a minute. You'll notice it's got a big hole in the side, and the reason for that is that when they fired these horses, or all the figures for that matter, you had to leave a hole in the side so that when the air warmed up and expanded, the horse didn't explode. This is the sword which was found, which the general's hands were resting on. It's really quite bent. But if I just lift this up so you can see, read the information about it. Quite amazing. This is another view of the gallery number 2. Again, you can see it's absolutely vast. But it hasn't been fully excavated. They've just removed isolated figures from it. And you can see what a jumble of bits it is. Imagine having to put that lot together. It's like dropping an egg and trying to put all the shell back to make a complete egg again. But they have removed and renovated some figures which I've just noted, the general, the infantryman, the seated archer and the standing archer, and put them in behind glass cases. So yeah, wonderful place. Imagine finding this under your fields. My goodness me. So this is the bronze chariot, one of the bronze chariots found near the Emperor's tomb, about 1.5 kilometers from here. And it's covered in gold and silver on the harness there, as you can see. life-size, including the charioteer. Look at the range. You can see there.
看一下啊，首先看到第一辆车呢，这辆车叫刀车，也叫立车，因为后面驾车的是站立的姿势而得名的。
The whole thing is made from more than 1,500 cloths. You can see there the crossbow. You can see the ends of the fletches. The umbrella is made from a solid sheet of bronze about 1 millimeter thick. The whole thing is pretty impressive. You see there just how complicated the harness is at this point. All done in bronze. Superb. See there the beautiful modelling of the horse, his bit and bridle. And silver gilt, the bridle. Stunning. And even the horse's decorations underneath, you can see there. Is 2,000-year-old bronze, very, very fine, almost as fine as hair. Well, these figures are made of bronze, not clay, and you can see that plume on top of the head of the horse. Again, it's made of bronze. And it's very, very fine, as you can see there. Again, almost as fine as hair. 2,000-year-old, that is, that little plume. Wonderful. So this is the rear of the horse. You see the tail then all gathered up. And here you can see the charioteer with all the reins controlling each horse. Again, all in bronze. Fantastic. And this is the carriage for the Emperor. He sat inside this. It must have been comfortable sort of thing. It had sort of slight air conditioning and it had sliding windows on the side here. And a huge bronze umbrella right across the top. Well, the models are wonderfully executed. You know, for 2,000 years ago, I mean, these are. I mean, look at that wheel there. The centre of that wheel is forged bronze. Or cast bronze, should I say, not forged. It's cast bronze. It's all one piece. And of course, with it being bronze, it must weigh an enormous amount. But look at the arrangement of harness on the back there. It's superbly done in bronze. All little bits put together. See if I can just pick out some detail there. Just look at the detail on that harness there. If you look at his hands there, you can see how he's holding the reins. It's tremendous. The craftsmanship. I mean, to cast these things in bronze is an amazing thing. To cast them in such fine detail Superb, absolutely superb.